Miss 2, and I'm back again with another book review. I just recently finished Witch and Wizard: The Kiss, which is the final book in the Witch and Wizard series, and of course on the last page of the leaflet it has the entire list. I don't know if you can see. First one is Witch and Wizard, second is The Gift, third one's The Fire, and the last one is called The Kiss. And of course, we learn more about Bloom and his agenda. And Wisty has some interesting character developments in this one, as does Wit. And there's quite a bit that happens in the book that I'm not going to go over, because if I do, it's going to be a huge spoiler alert and reveal a lot of plot points that I really don't want to do. It's really easy to get through. I could not put this book down. I just wanted to see what was going to happen next from page to page. And I probably would have finished this in a day had I not been busy with my tests at work. It was only 357 pages long. And I have to admit, it's one of the best books I've read in a good long while, and I think that James Patterson does a really exemplary job. He's just absolutely phenomenal, and he's one of my favorite writers, and has always remained such. And he wrote this book with Jill Dembowski, and I'm not familiar with her. I'm not sure what she's written. Witch and Wizard is actually geared toward younger audience readers, but I don't really see that. I could see this book as being read by anybody who is I can't even talk. Interested in the realm of magic, sorcery, paranormal, supernatural, and even the idea of the occult was one of the characters. I'm not going to mention who that would be. It has a lot to do with the New Order. The New Order, it's sort of like a new form of the Salem witch trials, which I always found to be very despicable as a part of our religion, so to say. That's why I have a lot of trouble saying I'm a Christian, because I have friends who are Wiccan, and can't really say I'm Christian. I have to say I'm spiritual, because there's a lot of truth to that. I can't really say that I'm Christian, because I'm not a fundamentalist. I'm not the kind of person that'll persecute you just because you have a different kind of viewpoint, or because you practice a certain belief a certain way. I don't. You're a human being like me. I respect that. I don't know why other people feel like just because I don't believe a certain way that you believe, that makes me wrong. And yeah, that's why a lot of people stay away from Christians. But the whole deal with that is fundamentalism, or religion gone horribly, dreadfully wrong. And that's what caused the witch trials. That's what caused the Crusades. Horrible blight on our faith. Sorry. The Inquisition. I learned something, and this is another blight, but 1492, this was actually something that I learned from the History Channel, so this enlightened me. But in 1492, the Romans issued an edict. And the edict was that if you were Jewish, you had to convert to Catholicism or die, basically. And a lot of the Jews decided, you know, screw you, Catholic Church, and they basically left Spain. And some Jews actually came on board with Columbus, and there were some scholars that thought that he was Jewish. And that none of that has been proved. The part of him being Jewish was actually never proven, but the Jews being on board with him in his 3 different ships has been. And it just kind of makes you think quite a little bit. makes you wonder if we really have a lot more Jewish in our background than we would like to believe. I believe that I do. I also believe that actually this brought to the forefront that I may have had some mystics in my family background, because I always have felt this kind of uncomfortable feeling about the Inquisition, and whenever someone mentions the Inquisition, I get a little bit prickly, and I don't like it when people mention it just because it makes me feel kind of ill. Same thing with the Salem witch trials. It's just, I don't know why, but to me I think, oh God. It's just horrible, and I really do think that I had family members who escaped being persecuted because of the way they practice. I really do believe that I have this constant link, because I'm always drawn back to books like this, and it's every single time I've got books about alchemy, hence my screen name, and I keep going back to that old idea, and chemistry is just modern day alchemy. So it's to me, it's not a coincidence, and it's just saying to me, this is what I was meant to do. I may not ever become a complete total alchemist, but that would be kind of cool though. But it's interesting to have all this knowledge and use it for the betterment of humankind. I don't know what else to say, honestly, other than this book made me glad that I possibly could have had this heritage way back in the day before the Inquisition happened. I don't really like mentioning that, but I really don't have any ill will against the Spaniards who were part of that. I don't, because even though it was just an absolute travesty, and unnecessary deaths occurred, but with any kind of persecution and genocide and things like that, it does. I mean, this is ignorance. That's all it is. Ignorance and closed-mindedness, and just abuse of power. A lot of different things come into context here, I do believe. That talks quite a bit about that in the book as well, and it's really quite intriguing, and I think everybody should read it, even though it is directed toward young adult readers. Sorry, I got kind of off track there, but if you like James Patterson, definitely read this, because I think it's one of his best works yet as far as young adult series are concerned, and it's just a lickety-split read, and you will not be able to put it down. It's one of those things that immediately attracts you and draws you in, and it will not let you go until you've reached that final page. And the conclusion, to me, is sincerely satisfactory. I thought that it was absolutely splendid, and it was nothing short of marvelous.